chicken, but hello.
Mouthful
Hello.
of chicken, but hello.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the World of Ebb. Thank you all for coming here. Zoom in now on our fancy new world map.
About fucking time, can I just say?
Yeah.
It's been a little while since we had our last session, and so I'll be going into a bit more of a recap than I would normally do. So our adventuring party starts out in the port town of Zan. An excellent place because it's one of the only ports to this side of the continent, and the other side of the continent is rather far away, with a rather treacherous route that has to go through mountain passes and across most of the world. Instead, you took a boat to Zan, or found each other there, and put on a performance led by your didgeridoo wild sorcerer. Surprisingly, perhaps to many, myself included, the performance was a relative success until some assassins dropped down, killing the man who was rewarding you, and framing one of your party, Fip, for the murder, or at least for assisting in it. The party escapes with a group of dwarves they had met previously in the tavern, who lead them on to the mountain homes, where they intend to have another show. On the way, their cart is attacked by wolves, their horse injured and falls over, sending the cart and the occupants flying. The wolves are mostly dispatched by this point, at least by the party, shooting and fighting them from on back of the wagon. But the axle and the wheel are destroyed. The axle is mended by Foogus, the half-orc druid? Yeah.
Yes.
Who manages to get that part repaired, but the wheel is far too big. So they set out to the small dwarven hillocks, Lal Inen, where they had planned to rest for the night anyhow. When they arrive there, they find it under heavy guard, and manage to cajole, fight, or otherwise magic their way into getting a wheel for free. Luckily, Delnis, the Triton Paladin, has an excellent memory, a keen mind, and was able to pick out just the right size wheel, so when they returned it was a simple task to repair the wagon. And then the party headed off again towards the mountain homes, no longer needing to make the stop in Lalinen. And that is where we more or less leave off. From here to the mountain homes, it'll be 2 days travel, about a day before you reach the base of the mountains, where you'll be making the rest of the next day's travel in the Dwarven underground highways. As you approach, you come through a lot of forest, but always visible through the canopies is the massive mountain range of the Dwarven mountain homes, in particular the shining obsidian pillar, exposed from erosion from a once active volcano. Travel is relatively easy, and nothing of note really important happens. You're able to make camp and rest, and the last time you see the sun, as it goes down before you enter into the tunnels to the mountain homes. Tunnels themselves are well chiseled, very wide, and surprisingly tall considering they were made by dwarves. They aren't particularly well ornated or decorated, although there are runes once in a while to mark the distance you've traveled. As you approach more towards the Mountain Kingdom center, the caves become a little bit more well polished and well chiseled and decorated. Stories of different events of dwarven history are carved into the walls, and names, and you presume other legendary people are carved in there as well. Finally, you approach the mountain homes proper and come inside to their main central sort of corridors. You come in, these structures are massive, carved straight out of the stone. Very little masonry work is done, instead preferring to carve it out of the rock face itself. The tunnels are vaulting, very high ceilings, and you can in many places look up or down to see a variety of different bridges going across, connecting the various walls. And everything is dark except for small crystals with runes etched on them that glow, and glow brightly as though they were torches, but with a nice solid even pulse. The light isn't particularly bright, it's all dim everywhere, for the most part, as dwarves don't really need the bright light to see clearly. You may, if you want, light torches and such. I assume you probably have in your travels through the tunnels, although they're somewhat well lit for people who can see in the dark.
Yep.
When you arrive here, you're led along by Ralknar. He says, all right, I'm going to set everything up. You guys have about a week or so here. I'm going to leave you here at a really reputable tavern. It's going to be on your dime to stay here, of course, but don't worry, you're going to make so much more after we're done here. As you've already seen, this place is basically swarming with dwarves, and they have nothing better to do but to come and listen to our show. And with that, I'll transition you over to the Dwarven Tavern. Alrighty. Put your characters in here.
I see.
There you go.
A lot of facial hair in here.
Yeah, and so you walk into this tavern. It's fairly lively. Lots of dwarves around, playing various games and listening to music and talking raucously about this or that, or having a slight meal in the corner. You see staircases over to the side leading upwards, but you can't see. You can't see up them into the upper level. Yeah, the place is fairly clean, and most of the food looks appetizing.
Hell yeah.
I leave you guys up to explore the scene.
So that dwarf man said on our dime, and I have not received any payment, so I assume it's on your dime, Loki. Yes? You will be paying for my stay here while I protect you.
Looks around
I
and
take your
whistles for a
silence
second.
as affirmative.
I'm gonna put my hood up
Uh,
and try to conceal my general form and head up to the bar.
I head to the bar as well to talk to the barkeep and order food and beer for the entire party.
Oh shit.
Oh, how nice. I'd like to go to this.
Is there anything? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to speak to this random dwarf here and ask him. How did you speak speech again?
X.
Sir, would you tell me? Would you tell me how, if there is a well, a well, a spot of water, a lake, something close by?
A lake? No, we're in the mountains here. It's a few days' travel to a lake.
So a
But
stream?
don't worry not, we have plenty of water from the deep wells.
Do you have any in barrels?
You'd have to ask the barkeep about that, I suppose.
Thank you, halfling.
Dwarf, but... So yeah, Loki, you come up to the barkeep, and you ask for food for your party and rooms, right? And drinks.
And drinks, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, he says, oh, no problem. The food will only be 5 coppers. But what kind of drinks do you want? Because we've got quite the selection here.
What kind of drinks do you have?
Well, we've got a number of ales. Of course, our local ale is a particularly strong one. We make a few different kinds of wines up in the hillocks in the south, and we have, a variety. A couple. He like picks up an old bottle off of the shelf and blows it off. Some old elvish wines and
Do you have any manticore milk?
manticore milk.
What
Lad,
sustains me?
I don't believe we have anything like that. A manticore is a
All right, well,
ferocious
we're getting
beast.
a water for Fip.
Right. We've got water, of course, and since you're having a meal, it's free for the water.
Okay, well, he can have water. I'm gonna have whatever the strongest shenanigans you have is. My mermaid friend here. Let's just give them wine. And
You should know the wine is a gold a bottle.
that's fine. Not the fancy one. You said there's 2 types of wine, isn't there?
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. If you just want the regular prickleberry wine, sure.
Yeah, that wine. And then I don't know, Foogus, what do you want?
Y'all got any of those ones with the little umbrellas in them?
He looks around for a minute and looks under the counter. And he's like, and he picks up an old box, opens it up, blows dust off of it, and he pulls out one single tiny paper umbrella.
Ah, perfect. Whatever this will fit in then.
Right. All right. Well then.
Sure. Whatever.
From 5 years ago, they had a single luau one time.
Yeah.
That's all that's left.
So yeah, he puts together some drinks. So let me get this straight, right? You wanted just regular wine. You wanted the local brew for yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a water for Fip, and what were you getting for? And then Foogus. We'll just make that another ale. Such cheap.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
How much is that?
Copper. That's 2 copper and 2 silver and 6 copper.
Okay. I hand you the money.
Sure. He takes it. He's like, oh, perfect. All right. Here's your drinks, and he quickly fills up some glasses and sets them down on the table there. And he says, "It'll just be a moment while I plate up your food." He begins to
And
walk
then
around.
what about the rooms?
When he does serve
Oh,
me,
right.
when he does serve
Yeah,
me
sorry.
my water, I said, I'm just gonna say, shame about that Manicore's milk. I would have paid 50 platinum for that.
He looks at you incredulously. Roll me a deception check.
Okay. Where's my deception? There it is. Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Damn.
All right.
Come on.
He's not sure if you're telling the truth or not, but he doesn't have any Manicore milk.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be a he wins? He knows that you're not telling the truth?
That's a tie.
Yeah, but
Right.
somebody's gotta win a tie, one side or the other, and it's always the attacker, and I would consider the one inciting the deception person would be the attacker.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
I mean, play it how you want, but yeah.
I don't go. Whatever. It's all.
I kind of like it
fluff
ambiguous.
anyway. Yeah.
It wouldn't change his reaction too
You
much.
guys
either
just,
way.
stare at
Yeah.
each other a bit. If you would
Yeah.
incite him, maybe you can figure out.
We just have a
if he
stare
can.
down for a solid 30 seconds of will one of us break? And neither of us do.
And he says, well, we have a number of single rooms. If you just want 4 single rooms, then that'll just be 4 silver.
Alright. How many gold are in a silver? Or how many silver are
10.
in a gold, sorry.
10.
It's 10 to 10 to 10.
Okay.
Yep. Metric system, bitches.
And we'll just
Alright.
pretend Electrum doesn't exist.
How many gold did you say that was?
So it's 5 silver for the 4 silver for the rooms,
Okay, so
2 silver for the drinks, and then 6 copper.
I already did that.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to do the math of the rooms. So it's 4 silver.
So you would
said?
have 6 silver left.
Yeah.
Get rid of 1 gold to add 6 silver.
That's what I
Yeah.
did. Okay.
Cool. Perfect. Yeah, cool. And he hands you a number of keys. They have numbers on them, and he says, you'll find they're the ones at the far end wall from the staircase.
Okay. I head up to my room to put my shit away.
Doesn't give us any keys, so we.
Sure thing. Yeah, you can just walk right up there. It'll
He's got to go check them first.
He did.
Find
And then
their
he
best
goes
work.
around the corner to
The
go
best
and get
one.
the. He goes around the corner to go and get the food ready.
Okay, I was like, sir.
He'll come back.
All right, we should probably
Conflict.
claim a table.
Yeah,
I like
There's
this one in the shady corner.
I do too.
I'm lost. Which rooms are available?
These ones. This one. And this one.
Okay.
You can also try them as well. They're the only ones that are unlocked to you.
I'm gonna go up to this. Actually, I'm gonna go to this
Sit
guy,
with us.
and I'm gonna be like, "Shame about that Manicore's milk. It's a delicacy."
Pip, come join us. Come join us. Look,
Manticore's milk. What kind of a monster are you that you drink monster's milk?
One that likes a difficult titty.
I. He sort of like looks back to his meal, trying to ignore you.
I get top. I'm just gonna go
Right.
back to the table.
Guy's working for a little while, and he eventually comes back out with 4 dishes. Walks around to you guys, and sets them on the table there. And what you see before you is a bunch of like, they look kind of like bread rolls, but they have just like bits of meat and things like worked into them. They're just like a weird meaty bready like roll thing, and like some sort of gravy.
Oops.
So-
Biscuits and gravy.
Kind of.
This is
Biscuit,
efficient
meaty
calorie-wise.
biscuit. Yeah. It's efficient dwarven food.
Wait,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Why was I moved over to this?
Yeah.
Why was
Hello?
I moved over to this? Bang roll.
Hello?
1d10.
You slash roll, not
I shouldn't have moved. No, I need to figure it out.
Okay, my room's a mess.
Thank you, halfling.
Thank you.
It's dwarf actually, but
You can tell by the beard usually. The hairy ones are the dwarves.
Like that's the only defining fucking fact.
What is the difference between dwarves and halflings?
There are fat
Gnomes
halflings that
and-
look awfully dwarven-like.
Oh my god.
well, for one, halflings are a lot shorter than we are, and for 2, they don't have the glorious beards or the dwarven resilience for drink.
Y'all are just short in general. Once it gets below my waist, y'all just melt together.
Please forgive her. She's not from around town.
You
Let me
do
get
not.
this straight.
I think I can see the difference, but I think. I thought Loki, you were a child this whole time. Am I wrong?
Oh my god.
No.
I am a child.
Are you?
I'm
You're a
45
child?
years old.
Oh wow! You did not grow far, did you? How old are you?
He was probably stunted.
Oh.
Also, you guys get a table and didn't save me a seat after I paid for dinner and your rooms? That's fucked up.
We
There's
did save you a
right
seat. There's
here.
a seat right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
By the way, out of character, if you hold shift when you're dropping your token down, you can put it like where you want. It doesn't stick to the grid.
Oh, nice.
So just pick it up and then hold shift and drop it where you want it. It's like smooth drop. Yeah.
Nice.
How do I turn the way I'm looking? I can't remember.
Shift and to scroll your mouse.
Yeah.
Shift does it logic. Control gives you really fine.
Yeah, control is fine. Yeah, movement.
Loki, you happy on the floor over there?
I mean,
Do you need a boost?
He just said if you grab your token and then you hold shift while moving it, you can Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So, a fucking week? Did anybody else know that we were gonna be here a fucking week?
I did not.
Okay.
I don't know how to feel about this. But this is a dwarven habitat. There is much I can learn here.
You're curious. That's good, I guess. If not, problematic.
If not, automatic.
Problematic.
Problematic.
Yeah.
Very well. Why would that be problematic?
You have a tendency to rub people the wrong way if you ask too many questions, and you're always asking questions.
Interesting. How many questions have I asked before it becomes a problem?
It's mostly the amount of insulting questions, which...
Insulting questions.
Yeah, such as... I don't know. What's the difference between halflings and dwarves?
Yes. What is?
It's obvious.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, what is the difference between yourself and Foogus here?
About 4 foot.
You also have hair.
General
This one does not.
general
And then
color
Foogus.
and texture of skin /
And it
scales.
seems general aggressiveness as well. Like is all of your kind this aggressive?
I thought I was meant to have the aggressive kind.
I'm not aggressive. I'm just pointed.
Pointed. Could you please explain what this means?
It means he's got them horns, see?
Okay. We'll go with that.
Very well. Delnus nods very intently, like, yes.
Yes, I understand.
And then looks at Bang and tries to do a telepathic message to them, being like, I don't know, like, do you see what I see? Just like, not, I don't know, see what I see? Saying I think these two are actually maybe related in some way and they won't talk about it.
Bang, of course, hears none of this because he's not actually telepathically linked to Delna.
I just drink my beer.
That's fine. Then as you drink it, I'm gonna pretend that there's a slight little nod and I'll be like, yes, he agrees.
The beer's pretty good. Like, you've swigged some ales before. Dwarven beer, its reputation lives up. It's pretty good stuff.
I pick up the wine and I drink it all back in one fell swoop.
It's a little bit sour and bitter, but it's an okay wine.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to this guy here.
Why do we drink such things?
I'm gonna ask, excuse me, sir, do you know where I might be able to grab a hand crossbow in town?
Oh, well, of course. Man, there's the whole smithing district down in the cores, like.
The cores?
Here, yeah, look, just head back down that road that you came in here from, right? You want to go right back towards the hub there, and then just keep going down. You can't miss it. It's really kind of impressive. You're going to be amazed.
Okay. Thank you for your time, sir.
Hey, Fip, I'm pretty sure it's nighttime since he said the sun was setting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to say.
So I don't think the stars are open, Fip.
The stars are open?
The
stores. Oh, stores. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I heard.
I'm like, he's talking about the stars.
Unless they have a 24/7 Walmart, then, all bets are off.
Well, I mean, there is something you would definitely know. There has been no natural light in here at all, like, since you came into the tunnels.
Okay. Is there a sense of time in this world? I don't know. Can I ask him what time it is?
I mean, ooh, now that's a good question.
Is there like a giant hourglass that's like a whole day hourglass?
There must be something. I haven't actually thought of that, but they must have like some sort of way of measuring time. Probably some gnomish technology.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Right,
they would
be
relatively aware of the time.
I just turn back in my chair and just yell at this dwarf, "Hey, what time is it?"
What? Oh, he like looks over to the wall, and there's like this little like gem that's kind of like buzzing away, and it's just sort of dim right now. And he says, "Night."
Well, you heard him.
Yeah, but like, what kind of night? Like bars are closed night, or like dinner time night, or
Nothing ever closes here. This is the
Hold on.
mountain home,
Oh.
friends.
Can you please explain to me all the different nights?
What? No, there's just it's dark outside. That's
well,
what.
there's
Look,
nighttime, then there's dessert time night, then there's movie time night, then there's
Chill.
Oh, right. In that case, I'd say it's sort of getting drunk after work
I think
night
that's
right now.
isn't that all night?
happy hour. Got it.
Happy hour.
Right.
All right. Goes up to the barkeep.
Oh no! I heard it was happy hour.
Yeah, I heard it was happy hour. What are the half price drinks on special for right now?
Happy hour, and he like walks around the corner and looks at the little device, and then he just sort of sighs and goes, "Ah, aye, it is. What will you be having?"
Well, what are the specials? What are the happy hour specials? Can we get chicken wings? What's the happy hour specials?
Drink. Why would you get chicken?
This,
Sometimes they have food for happy hour specials.
that's a really good idea. I'm going to start using that, but right now all I have is just half off on all of the drinks except for the elven wine. That's only because
Okay.
I haven't gotten any. There's no more elven wine. Like, there's only so many bottles of the stuff.
Can I get 2 of those dwarven ales then?
Sure.
They gave me earlier.
Yeah, it's like it's 1.5 copper, so 3 copper for both of them.
Okay.
He like turns around, grabs 2 mugs, puts them down there on the counter, or rather fills them up from a keg under the bar and puts them out on the counter there. They're
Alright.
not
I'll take-
carbonated, by the way. No beer is in this time.
That's fine. I grab the 2 mugs and then walk away. Oh wait. Sorry. I throw the and keep 1 more copper and say, keep them coming
Oh,
until happy hour's over.
and he nods. And it's gonna start. You'll notice that he like makes an eye over at your table every so often to see if you finish your drinks.
So, what's your trade, sir?
Me? Well, I'm a miner. I go out and I work in the veins and I take in the bits of metal and coal. Lately, it's been tin. Kind of boring work.
Oh, that sucks, hot ones.
Yeah,
What's the most
everybody wants to
exciting
do
thing
the-
you've mined?
Oh, well, everybody likes to mine some gold, but the most exciting thing would be to find some of the old dwarven artifacts that are in the deep parts of the mines, but it's hard to go down there anymore.
Oh, why's that?
Well, for one, it's days and days travel just to get down to the parts where we set up base camp, but beyond that, it's
I hate walking.
well, yes, there's that. It's completely dark, and then there's the horrible creatures.
Creatures?
Well, of course, you go deep enough in any cave. We've found this as dwarves, that if you go deep enough anywhere, there's bound to be monsters. Now, I've never
I
seen
mean, define
one
monster. What's a
myself.
monster to you? Are they short? Are they tall? Are they big? Are they what?
Well, from what I hear, right, there's some sort of little skittering sort of monsters down there.
Uh-huh,
And
go
they
on.
grab you out from the dark and carry you away, some sort of a net you've never seen again.
Uh-huh. You know, sometimes things are a
Like
matter of
being attacked by a
perspective.
million little spiders.
Some things are a matter of perspective, you know what I mean? And maybe not everything is as mean and nasty as they seem. And
Could
that-
be that they're
I don't
all
know, I've
having
watched you
fun
shoot a
in
bunch
some
of people.
underground resort somewhere, or they've become some sort of horrible monster's meal.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. There's no need to fret anything like that. The same reason it takes us forever to get down, there's no reason for anything to want to come up. They're happy down there, content. Plus, every now and then they get fed from one of our miners who tries to make an expedition foolhardily to look for the old ruins.
Old ruins?
Well, of course, the Dwarven civilization started from deep, deep within the earth. The stories say, the legends go, that there were vast kingdoms carved out of entire caverns, huge fortresses and castles. But, alas, nobody's really seen much else except for a few trinkets here or there.
Sounds like
Though
something to
made of
to.
mithril makes them rather quite valuable.
I see. Sounds like something you say to kids to give them something to dream about.
Aye, well, it worked on me. There was a time when I, too, also wanted to go on the expeditions, but I seen too many dwarves die.
Are y'all traumatized and shit?
Well, not me personally, but many are.
I thought you just
I am
said that
just
you
going
don't
to
go down
stick
there
to the
anymore
regular
because you're
mining.
traumatized.
No, I'm just sticking to the regular mining, doing my good hard work for the Dwarven Empire.
Okay. What's the plan? What's retirement look like for you?
Oh, well, I'll probably die in some sort of a cave-in before then, but
Right.
uh,
As you
I
should.
suppose I could start leading mining teams once I get old and experienced. I can't swing the pick myself, but I can make sure they don't cause any cave-ins or get crushed themselves too prematurely. I'd never really thought about it. That sounds like the right thing.
I hope you're saving, not just drinking all your money away. And I'm gonna go.
He, pats his pocket, and there is not a jingle. Alrighty, so while he was doing that, what were you up to, Delnus?
I also wanted to order more drinks.
Oh, perfect. Well, of course. What can I get for you?
What has water in it?
They all have some. He looks at them, sort of peers at the elven wine a bit, like he's not sure. I'm pretty sure they all have water in them.
What about ocean water?
Oh, ocean water.
Hmm.
And he looks around, he sort of flits between some of the bottles and sort of sniffs one of them. It's just no, I don't think so.
Huh.
I don't think the salt is particularly good for it.
What a shame. Very well, sir. I wish for the beverage that has the most water in it.
Would have paid 20 platinum for that.
Damn, ocean water, if only. And he gets you a yeah, I know, right?
You could have even just gone off and put salt in water, and I would have probably fallen for it.
Well, he gives you an ale, and he says, "Why do you want ocean water, anyways?" And here, by the way, this has the most water in it, and that'll be, well, right
Not
now.
water. Water doesn't have the most water in it.
Well, she said she wanted the drink with the most water in it, and no dwarf would just drink water.
Fair enough.
How much?
So
How much?
that will be 1 copper, please.
1 copper. Very well. So I need to take this. Okay, so gold goes down to 5, copper goes down to 9, and then copper goes down. Silver goes down to 9, copper goes down to 9. There you go. Yes.
Yeah, nice, perfect, cool. And he takes the copper, gives you the drink, and he says, by the way, lad, where are you from? I've never seen anyone quite like you before.
I stop for a moment, not quite understanding what he is saying, for I'm like, well, my name is Delnus Punanaf. I am from Puna, as you've probably guessed. I am a Triton. I come from the deep, deep oceans where my people have been fighting for many, many centuries. The great evil... What do we call them? The great evil great evil undersea caves and the. Oh fuck's sake! I fight many creatures. Okay, well I don't, but my friends do. I more wish to come up here so that I can learn about your kind and the rest of the material plane.
I knew it. I knew there were horrible creatures in the ocean. I had a friend who wanted me to go sailing with him, and I told him, no way, there's terrible things down there beneath that water. I don't want any part of it.
What did you see, friend? Tell me, as I drink my drink almost in one swig again, and then...
Well, I've never actually been to the ocean myself, but I've been to some pretty big lakes before, and let me tell you, there's fish that are almost as big as me in there, and if the ocean is that much bigger, those fish have got to be ginormous.
Are these fish aggressive? Because maybe I could go speak with them.
I'm sure they would see me as food and eat me. But I mean, wouldn't you know? Aren't you from there?
Yeah, I'd see you as food.
Maybe. You do look quite delicious, I think, in the eyes of maybe a fish or a barracuda. But I
He
cannot say.
gulps.
Do not worry, do not worry. Fish don't usually like to eat things that fight back. They usually like things that are dead already. So you might be eaten by something bigger. You never know.
Alrighty, and I see Loki been pacing around. What have you been up to there?
I want another drink.
Bang? Are you muted, my friend?
Yeah, no, I'm here, yeah. I said I've been eyeing these people and trying to determine which is the female dwarfs. So I assume these are the female dwarves, but
Which
I don't
one?
know for sure.
Those,
These
yeah,
ones.
they
The
are
one
they
right
are
next to me.
technically the only female dwarf commoner token I had in my library.
Okay. So I asked this lovely lady what her name is.
Ah, man. You're gonna have to make me write a whole NPC on the spot. Let me do it. Alright. Well, my name is Dusim. Who are you,
Dusim?
traveler?
Is that? My name's Loki. You look thirsty, and I hand her one of the ales that I had from the innkeeper.
Oh.
She like picks up the other ale that she has that's half drunk and just sort of like then looks at the ale that you handed her. Looks at you for a moment. Please give me a persuasion roll.
Normal.
Yeah. We got. Oh, an excellent persuasion roll. She looks at it for a minute. She already has a drink in her hand, like clearly. Then she looks at you and sees the wry look on your face, and she knocks back the one she's holding and throws the mug over the bar table and says, I do need another drink. And she grabs it and looks at you with a bit more interest in her eyes.
Please tell me that she pats her knee for him to sit on. And, like just starts bouncing him up and down.
I say, so what brings you to this fine establishment?
Well, hard day's work in the mines. It's nice to have a bit of respite. Bit of nice scenery, and she winks at you.
I touch her hands and feel how rough they are, and say, I love a girl with some tough hands.
I'm gonna write off of the previous persuasion check for now, and just say that she's enchanted. Things are going well. You've got her eating out of the palm of your hand.
I'll let people we continue to flirt over at this table.
Flirt for a while.
I still want my drink. Give me another drink. But...
Oh, he did give you the drink, by the way.
Yeah, I drank it. As
Oh.
spoke to me, now I want another one.
Oh, right, okay. Well, that'll just be one more copper then, but... And he,
How about you give me more than one? How about I carry some and you carry some? Therefore, I can have more drinks.
Oh, alright. How many were you thinking of?
How many trips would it take? How many could we take in one trip to that table over there?
He like
point to
sizes up the
Foogus.
cups and like some of the like trays he has for carrying food, and he says, "Hey, mate, if you were carrying some and I was carrying some, maybe like 20 or so."
This sounds like a good plan. Very well, barkeep. And I take out my wallet and I give him, I guess
wallet.
2 silver.
Yeah, 2
My
silver.
purse. My purse.
Yeah.
There you go. 2 silver, and I slam it on the table. Wait, no. Wait, I didn't even figure this out. Wait, I don't even think. All right, sorry, because it has to go this way. I'm gonna not think and slam down 2 gold.
So,
Oh God.
lucky for you, he's a kindly fellow, and he says,
And he only takes one of those cards.
no, he's a kindly fellow, and he gives you 1 of your gold back and 8 silver.
Oh, what a nice man. Oh god, I have to wear this out now. Fuck.
And he
I'm just-
starts putting the tray down and loading up drink after drink on them. 10 on yours and 10 on his.
Meanwhile, I'm talking to Foogus, and I'm just like, I'm not. Listen, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I'm telling you, you give me as long as I have the element of surprise. I don't care how big you are. I'm fucking taking you down.
I don't know. You seem like you was pretty easy to throw off, even with the element of surprise. You were what, like 12 pounds?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm like 4. No, I'm just- I have no idea how heavy I am.
Like a tiny squirrel.
I think your character would probably be like, say, like 50 pounds, maybe.
50? Really?
Yeah,
Alright,
you're not like
fair enough.
you're dense, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Nah, it's a bit of an art form. You would never see me, is the point, right? If like you'd never see me. Usually I get you from a distance before you saw me. But if I was forced to drop down upon you, I think I could slice your throat open before you got the chance to throw me off.
It's true. I have an awfully large throat, so it's probably likely. But I still think I would be given a fighting chance to wrestle you off before you could get the full devastating final blow.
Listen, I understand. If you grab a hold of me, it's done. I get that. You know what I mean? I understand that. I actually, you know what?
Any point being in my radius, you are at a significant risk.
Unless it's like
I
we're in a
will be
moist
able to
cave or
kill.
like a dewy morning, and I might be able to slip from your grasp. Then, but otherwise.
Cover yourself in butter first.
Oh, dude, that's actually not a bad idea. I just got to make sure my feet and claws are not covered in butter, and I can still grab a hold of things and stuff. But otherwise, yeah, maybe like the outer coating. That's good thinking.
Oh my god, you might be the first character who gets the grease spell and only uses it to grease themselves up.
In fact, you know what? Give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to
Sure,
order
get
some
some
butter. I'd like to order.
Sure.
I'd like to get
Yeah,
some
yeah,
butter,
you-
and I just like to keep it, like
Sure.
for a rainy day.
Just get those little packets that they have. In
Yeah,
hotels
yeah,
and
yeah, like
things.
the Kerrygold little like things that they put on in potatoes, those little squares.
Oh yeah.
You go to order some butter, but you see the bartender and Delness busy loading drinks up. You do, however, see on this guy next to you's like next to his place setting, there is like a pad of butter, like a knife and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna simply go. What the hell is that dwarf over there doing at that table? And when he's
What?
distracted, I'm gonna try to
What?
grab the fucking butter.
All right, yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
yeah.
At advantage, it's pretty good.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah. All right.
Yeah, he doesn't see a thing. You're able to slip
Oh.
away with the butter, no problem.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. He stopped doing it. That was weird.
Oh, okay. He goes back to eating his meal.
Got it. We're gonna be good, Nick. We're gonna be good. We're gonna try this out. This is good thinking. Dude, you like some?
All right. You guys can start moving the drinks over.
Are we not going to do any sort of like acrobatics or balance?
Oh
checks?
yeah, that's a good point.
Also,
Do
I'm
you?
drunk.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
I'm-
you have
I'm
been
not
drinking
sure
a
I'm
bit.
drunk. I've had 1 wine and a beer and an ale. That's
Yeah,
it.
but you've had them within like 5 minutes, so
Yeah. Okay.
you're probably just a little tipsy. But even so, balancing a whole tray of drinks, if you haven't ever done it before, yeah, give me an acrobatics check.
You're used to swimming.
Hey,
Ooh.
Oof, you just make it. This is a simple task, so 10 is all you needed. But yeah.
It's swing, it's swing.
All right. If you're gonna do that, though, I mean, if you start going crazy
that was
with
what it
it.
was. No, I thought that was what happened. Like, I barely make it. So
Oh, right. No, I see what you're doing now. Yeah, that works fine. Yeah.
Just, overcompensating. It's like,
Don't
oh,
fuck
too far to
me.
swim.
So he sets down a tray on one end of the table, and he picks up the old dinner plate, and you set down the tray on the other end.
How do you think those fish people make? Oh, hey!
Hey, courtesy of Delness, was it?
Yes, sir. And you are. I did not ask your name, barkeep.
Oh, my name's oh shit, I can't use Tolan. I already used that one. No shit, Tolan could be a common name. Yeah, my name's Tolan.
Colin. Hello. Thank you for your assistance.
Oh, I get it. Like a toll. The inn has a toll. That's smart. That's clever. It's good branding.
And I start to slip back my-
Right. He wanders back. Yeah, so you guys have a whole tray of drinks. You can see Loki over there in the corner,
I'm gonna be,
successfully flirting with a dwarven, what you presume is a dwarven lady.
I'm gonna be check this out. I'm gonna be slipperier than you, and I just gonna pull out a stick of butter and show it to her.
We're gonna try some
Show him.
wrestling once he rubs that all over himself.
Ding.
This sounds
You
this
want
sounds
it?
like this sounds sexier than fucking Loki's conversation.
I think maybe. One sec.
Oh,
I take
fucking
a swig,
hell.
I take one whole swig of one ale. The next ale I grab, I then just pour it all over myself. And then look at the two, and I'm like, I still don't feel hydrated enough. I don't know how much water is actually in these things. And then take another ale and.
There's actually a lot of water in these, and it will hydrate you, but it will also get you drunk.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I want to pour it on me, not even like realizing what a mess I'm making. Because
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Right.
gonna get sticky.
oh god.
She looked like she's trying to do some kind of shampoo commercial with beer to other dwarves.
Yeah.
She just got a drinking problem.
A drinking
Hasn't
problem.
figured
Well, I
it
am a
out.
Triton, Foogus, if you haven't realized.
God, yeah, I really need to ask the guys who made up the Tritons, how does drinking work for Tritons?
Yeah, that's what I was being confused about. So I'm thinking, well, I might be just really damn dehydrated right now.
I have no idea. Yeah, it's weird.
Your
They
skin might
really-
be, drying out, cracking a little bit. You probably need
that's
to,
why-
moisturize a lot.
They
Yeah,
really
that's why I
didn't
was asking about
specify at
frozen
all.
water. Yeah, they didn't.
I'm sure the dwarves have tons of moisturizer. Don't worry about it.
I'm assuming that you can drink just fine, but that normally you would have just absorbed it through your skin, or gotten
Yes.
it through like eating fish and stuff.
Yeah, because that's why I was asking for a well or a lake. So I was thinking, I think I might be really dry right now. So I feel like I should be going to.
There
like,
are such
drink
things
some
as
water.
baths, but your character may not know about
I
them.
don't think I know about them yet.
Yeah.
We need that learning experience to come up naturally sometime.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
I'll be like, but I don't go up to the material plane to clean. Why do you come to the water plane to clean? I don't understand it.
Put all of your dirt into my water.
Yeah, you put all your dirt into my plane. You fucking.
It's not your plane. You guys all live on the same plane. And
My plane.
this terminology is important because planes of existence are
Plane of
important. And
water.
yeah, you're fighting against the plane of water. The plane of water is trying to seep into the world and the deep parts of the ocean. Your people are fighting back that incursion and have been for
We're all part of the
like,
material
generation.
plane.
Yeah, you're all in the material plane. The elemental planes, like the elemental plane of water, are like trying to poke in, essentially.
They're mean.
Mm-hmm.
And
How's
yeah.
how's Loki doing?
Yeah, Loki's doing well. Like, what are you? You just interested in flirting? Or you trying to take her back to your room?
We're definitely trying to take her back into her room. We're gonna do
Hell
some funny
yeah, get
things.
that.
All right, then.
So I hop up onto the table and say, "So Denise, how about we go somewhere a little bit more quietly? Quiet."
I'm about to say.
You hop up on the table, now just slightly higher than her eye level.
Yes.
She's enchanted. Give me another persuasion roll,
Oh god.
just to see like
At
how your
advantage?
conversation. Yeah, at advantage. Since you've been, your
You sit on a
conversation's been going
table.
well.
You're taller now.
You're taller now. It helps. Yeah. No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, she's totally happy to go with you.
All right. I grab her by her gruff hands
Her man hands. Yeah.
and lead her. Yeah. And I walk over to the table. And then I do and then I do message to Fip
Oh God.
What's that
and
again?
say, "Bigger they are, the harder they fall." Am I right? And nudge him on the arm.
And I'm just
lead,
gonna.
Denise away.
While you're doing that, she's like trying to tell you like, the stairs are actually on the other side.
Man, did he ever give us our room keys?
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, he did not.
I know.
We're gonna have to knock on his door later and make it awkward.
That was my plan.
Let's
And then-
just finish these drinks for a while.
Yeah, we don't need to decide.
I don't think it's gonna take
We
long.
need to go to sleep.
I don't think we're
We
gonna
got
have to
like
wait here
20
long.
drinks to get
Slam.
through, so.
No, I wasn't.
Part-
These were not to share. What?
30 seconds later, Loki comes out with a strut. Other girl's like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's like just leaves.
Yeah, if you want to see how well you do, give me a Constitution roll.
Not a performance. Not a performance check. Constitution's a good
No,
one.
not a performance check.
Both of them. Performance to see how
Oh.
well you do. Constitution to see how long you last.
Hell yeah.
Okay, wait. So
Not just in terms of like,
And then also a wild magic roll.
early, but like just like not running out of stamina.
so I do a Constitution ability check, correct? Normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Hey.
Yeah. Above average, yeah.
And
16
then I do
seconds.
a performance,
Yeah.
performance check, and it's normal.
Ooh, lasts a while,
the best.
but not
Yeah,
great.
it's not a great night for her, but
This goes on for ages. But
It takes a while, and she's just sort of.
she puts
Waiting
up
for
with
it to
it
end.
though,
Oh, jeez.
She was here to get laid anyways, so I mean,
You got the job done. That's what counts.
she wasn't sure what she was thinking with a halfling anyways.
I think with that, he got his job done. But...
Yeah, fair. Yeah. I figured less than 5 would be. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
No, less than 5 is like you fail to perform.
Mmm.
No, that was.
I'd probably be a nat 1, right?
Yeah, what was
Yeah,
it?
no,
Nat
nat one,
Yeah.
nat one, yeah.
Well,
is
this
you
was him
just
rolling
can't
it
get
too,
enough.
wasn't it? Yeah, so that's as low as he can get. Otherwise, his halfling.
Oh
one
my
would
god, I
beat it.
didn't realize. Yeah, that's a 2.
Oh,
That's a nat
Yep. All right, yeah.
Oh fuck, that's funny.
So he'll be busy for the next hour or two in there.
But I love the fact that like he's gonna come out thinking he did great because he. Oh my god!
Well, we need
I
to
can't
see
wait
how
till
long-
when she comes out and we roll an insight check on her.
She does not seem well pleased, Loki.
It-
What did you do?
Oh, it was fine. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Alrighty.
So, alright. Continue to drink.
I also like to think it's his mannerisms are also like he's just like okay, and he goes back out to drink and just leaves.
Alright, you've had enough drinks now, Delnus, if you're just knocking them back like this. I need a constitution check just to see if you're doing alright.
Okay, I think I got it. There we Ability? Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm absolutely fine. What are you talking about? I continue to drink and then I throw another one all over myself.
You can put them away, but you do have a strange technique sometimes.
Have you ever tried it yourself, Foogus?
Not on purpose, no.
Okay, this is when I push 4 drinks towards him, saying drink, then throw, then pour, then drink, then pour again. You'll feel refreshed in every
Wait,
order.
what was that? I drink one, down it, and then I throw one across the bar, and then I what? You said drink,
Hey,
throw,
no throwing
pour.
the mugs! He yells from over behind
It's
the
like-
bar.
And then-
Alright, I will just, next one, I will hold on to the mug, and I will just shush it out there.
What? Hey! Stop! You. What are you
No.
making?
She is teaching me the way of the mermaids.
We are not mermaids, we are tritons, and I slam my my fist down, insulted that she called me a mermaid.
I will also slam my fist down.
And then he comes over and he slams a mop down on the table and says,
Ooh.
"Alright, you can clean it up."
But barkeep, I wish for more drink. How can this? I can't. Yes, no, you throw it. You clean it. You clean it, Foogus. What am I talking
You
Oh.
taught me the foolish technique, so therefore you are responsible for me.
Is that true? Is this how it works in the material?
This is how it works.
He
Huh.
like looks back and forth at you guys while you're having this argument, and then he just leaves.
It's like interesting. Okay, I apologize, Foogus. You are not meant to throw the ale. You must, as so. I grab another mug and then I slowly tip it all down my face as it pulls down myself and all my armor. Like
Oh.
so.
Oh wow, that's just kind of sexy, isn't it?
What the fuck? This has awakened
I love-
something deep within me.
Foogus is just like, God damn.
It awakens the maid in Triton.
I see,
You
I
should do
see.
yourself. Barkeep, I need more drinks because we lost 2.
He says, "Happy hour's over. It's going to be 2 copper a drink now."
Damn, that's so much.
Delnis, let's call it. Let's call it for a night. See how we're doing in the morning.
Okay, we'll take 6. Got it.
No, Delnis, we're done. We're done.
How many do we have left
We
on
we
the
have
table?
a
Let's
whole
enough
week
count.
to get incredibly drunk,
Ugh.
and
He starts filling mugs.
We can't see. We'll see if
Here,
we can't. Huh.
Fip,
Don't
drink.
pay attention to them. Don't pay attention. No more drinks. No
What?
more drinks. No more
She
drinks.
said she wanted more
I
drinks.
said no more drinks.
Gee, why does everyone keep calling me a she and I slam my fist
Oh,
down
shit.
again?
I've never seen a man dunk themselves like that.
Alright. And then he like puts the mugs on the counters, just sort of like waiting to see if he has to fill them again.
Dallas,
Oh,
tomorrow we're gonna try to find an underground stream or something for you to take a dip in, okay?
You're a good friend, Fip. I like you a lot, and I take one of the ales and slowly pour it over him the same way I did it.
Oh god.
Do you realize how good that feels now?
Vip, you can do a dexterity saving throw to try and jump
Okay.
out of the way of that
Okay.
if you want.
Yeah, 1 second. Nat 20.
Oh man.
Okay,
Wow,
nice.
man. Not even a drop gets on you as you like just immediately dodge out of the way.
I just that you don't know how, but I'm
You're behind me.
I'm here now. I'm at this in
Yeah.
this seat.
poof of smoke just
I-
over there now.
It's like, huh,
I
interesting.
like
Oh, you
flew under the him.
missed.
That's embarrassing.
Well,
You've already drank so much. Look, you've completely missed me.
He's always been sitting
I think
over
this-
here
I-
while he
yeah,
farted on the chair.
I think this just definitely means you're too drunk to be awake anymore. I think it's time for bed.
very well. Let us go interrupt Loki and get our keys.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he's
God.
probably
Hell
done
yeah.
by now, right?
Alright, it's been like
Oh, God.
30 minutes.
Yeah, God
So-
knows he's done by now.
Yeah, he is not done. He is definitely not done. I've
What-
drank all of the drinks in that time. I'm a quick drinker. Okay, which way do we go? Are we going this way?
Yeah, you also are really drunk. You're not like
Ooh.
throwing up or anything, but you're really drunk.
Transition mode point. Nice.
I know, right?
Which of these rooms?
Damn,
do
that's a
we
big
see?
bear.
Let's try
It was
them
a
all.
dire bear. Dire cave bear.
Knock, knock, knock.
Man, this Feel
No
so
one
good on my
answers.
feet. I love it.
Hello?
Knock,
Just
knock.
gonna roll around
Look,
here.
No one
Louis,
answers.
This door does not open, okay? Try and open all the doors, because I don't know.
Knock,
about
knock.
them.
Now that door is open.
I'm peeking.
Peeking, I
It's
come
no one in
barging
there.
in and shove Fip
Right.
out of the way. So what?
Oh,
No, not in here. Alright, let's keep going.
oh, okay.
Okay?
Knock, knock.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing.
As you approach that door to knock on it, your passive perception would allow you to hear that there is some commotion going on in that room.
Okay,
There's the creaking of furniture and a sound like somebody's slapping somebody. Just
Okay,
over and
okay,
over.
got it. I'm gonna try to stealth in and get our keys
Oh, no.
from like his jacket or something, or his.
Sounds like someone needs my help.
no,
No.
no. Can I try to stealth first to try to get in the room before she gets there
You
and
could
like?
stop me. You could say, please, we
You
must
can-
be smart
you
about
can-
it.
Yeah, I could.
Insight. You can insight to tell whether you know what's going on or not.
Oh, I'm sure I do. Okay, yeah. Well, I guess.
I don't want
I mean,
to.
yeah. No, you can insight that too if you want.
I nat 20.
All right, yeah, you definitely know what's going on in there.
Yeah, I'm
bro.
gonna try to just. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna look back at it and go shh, and then I'm just gonna go in.
Ignore that. That's a minus nat 20 or whatever it is. Okay, no. I don't know what's going on.
I have a question for you, Loki. Did you lock the door?
I mean, I didn't do anything. I just closed the door.
Okay, cool. The door is unlocked. Not that you would know until you try to open it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to stealth in, and grab the
Oh my god.
grab the key.
All right, give me a stealth roll. I would have done disadvantage, but Loki's a little occupied, and so is she.
So advantage? No, just okay. Normal.
That is regular. They
Yeah.
cancel each other out. Damn.
I
That's
don't get
good
to do a
stealth.
perception saving throw.
A perception
Oh
saving
God, do
throw.
you really?
You can do a perception
Perception
check.
check,
At
yeah.
disadvantage.
All right. So I
At
just do.
disadvantage because you're kind of busy,
You're occupied.
kind of
Okay.
focused on something else right now. You don't notice him.
Oh,
Okay.
that would have explained the performance too. You would have had an excuse. Okay.
All right, so you go in to try and
Oh
find
my
like
God.
his jacket or something to get the keys.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the keys out of his jacket or pantaloons or whatever he's got.
Sure. Yeah, it wouldn't. Give me an investigation roll just to see how long it takes
Sure.
you. Just see how long you have to hear Loki, fucking right
18.
there next to you. You find it pretty quick, thankfully.
Alright.
It's only a few seconds. You wrestle around in his jacket, wrestle around in his pant pocket, and immediately find the keys.
All right. Can I
Oh,
do
yes, I like your sandpaper hands.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Those sandpaper hands.
Can I do an insight check to see if she's enjoying herself?
Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, she's not enjoying it. In particular, the sandpaper hands comment wasn't really a great, mood lightener.
Oh my god, is she pinning him? No, never mind. Let's go. Let's go.
No,
Let's go.
We're not going to get that far into things.
That's fair. All right. I stealth out of there.
Mind.
Yeah, I
Everyone with
know.
a dirty mind, it was really dirty, and everyone with a clean mind, man, it was so clean.
Okay, got it. Oh fucking hell, that's
All right.
funny.
Yeah, you slip out with without too much notice, and you have the keys.
Got the keys, guys. Now we just gotta try all the doors. So we're gonna go through every locked
There was
door.
some way of telling which key was for which door.
Oh, did they have numbers on them or something?
They do.
Okay.
They do, and you're able to quickly identify that obviously the one Loki is in is one of them, and then it's these three.
Wait, I took Loki's
here.
key too?
No. Well, actually, yeah. They were all in his pocket, so I
Okay.
mean.
You probably grabbed them all.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh my god, you know what, I have a funny idea. I'm gonna just,
Mhm,
I'm gonna stealthily open the door and just loudly throw his key against the wall and then and close the door.
Yeah, you hear a clang of metal against the wall while you're getting down.
They really need
I
to.
just assume it's the bed frame hitting the wall.
Yeah, they really need to affix these pictures, these frames better to these walls.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you guys are able to find your beds. It's these ones over here, by the way.
Okay.
Are the other 3 rooms. And the doors work, so you can just pop them open.
Yeah, I guess so. Whoop.
Oh, I like this room. This is my room for the week. How do I not have a window? Actually, no. Where do I go toilet?
Actually,
I
oh
think we're
No,
fuck.
well,
Ah,
I
never
thought
mind.
about it, and I was gonna put windows in, and I was like, why would they have windows in?
Why? Why? Why
Oh,
would
yeah, okay.
Look at
touche.
that cliff face.
Ooh, warmth. No, too much warmth. Very well. Alright.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So, let's just sort of fast forward some time. I'll tell you a little bit about the mountain homes and stuff. What kind of things would you be interested in doing for your week of downtime?
I need a
We're
hand
going
crossbow.
shopping.
I need a hand crossbow
You
and
definitely
bolts.
go shopping. Sure, we could do shopping for sure. But and we'll definitely do that like now before we finish the time passing. But what other things would your characters get up to while they have their free time?
To see where the
And it
fresh
doesn't
water-
have to be specific, just like in general.
Okay.
Do they
Um,
have any tourist attractions here?
Yeah, I
There's
want to
all
see that.
kinds of things around here. Yeah, I mean there's
Like,
The
if we
Magma
were to
Forge.
like speak to a dwarf and be like, "Hey, what's good to check out?" Where would they send us?
well the Magma
Let's go
Forges for sure. They're the most
Definitely.
exciting.
I'd ask Delnis if we could go together because I wish to.
You're asking yourself,
No, Foogus. Sorry, Foogus.
right?
Sorry. And Fip.
What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, and Loki, of course, as well. Yeah, everyone gets invited. Okay.
Cool.
We go tourist. We go touristy thing together. Do they have shirts and stuff for like mountain? Was it Mountain Town? Mountain Head?
Do I need to keep
The mountain homes.
Do I need to keep
My
track
God.
of crossbow bolt ammunition?
Yes, but don't worry. I'll set you up when you get the crossbow that like every time you click the attack thing, it'll use a bolt.
Okay.
Wait, are we
Uh,
fast forwarding the shopping trip? I'm confused.
We'll go to the shopping trip. I'm just trying to think. You guys have like a whole week. You could do all of your shopping in like.
Oh
you
well,
know,
I just like
that's-
literally go through Dwarven women like water.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. You're trying to get a new date every night.
I do the same, but with knowledge. I ask them about everything.
With knowledge.
No, with knowledge.
And I just I
What kind of
become
people do you
knowledge
ask?
slut.
Yeah.
I become incredibly comfortable around our party to where I just like wander around naked in front of them.
Please, could you please? Oh, for the love of God.
Dennis is unfazed because we don't really understand genitalia. It wasn't shown in the biology books.
Mm.
Like literally gets so bad to where like I'm just laying on the bearskin red naked smoking a cigarette or something when they're still sleeping.
Oh man.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I will be right back.
No problem.
Go
No problem.
ahead
In fact,
and
that's
continue. I
a
won't be
good
long.
point. I
Oh.
also need a quick break, so let's just take a 5.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice poo. Well, obviously, when
Oh,
by the
nice.
beard.
With that, we're back.
And it was a really.
So
really
what was the
nice
consistency of
one.
the poo? Nice solid
Okay,
poo.
alright, yeah.
Plenty of fiber.
It was
Welcome
kinda
back
like
to
nice
Poo
and-
Chat.
It was kind of in between, but it was more spicy, which is surprising because I don't remember eating anything spicy.
Okay.
Yeah, my
Interesting.
Mum's looking a bit like a Japanese flag right now.
Guys,
So it's kind
guys,
of like
guys.
like cinnamon candy spicy. You think probably?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
hey,
Yeah,
hey,
nice
stream
knowing.
chat, how's it going? Hey, guys,
Yeah.
didn't see you there.
Empirical
Why?
Woodland is here, and he's like, "Damn, I missed the first hour," and I'm like, "It's okay." And then now he comes back and he's like, "Oh fuck, I just need to go. I should have. I'm glad I missed the first hour."
Alrighty.
Too. Yep, so go ahead.
Yeah, let's we're just doing our
Oh, wait.
shopping now real
So I'm
quick.
shopping. Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
So where
Think
do I
about
buy
what-
stuff
Shopping
from? The
montage.
compendium.
No, don't worry about it.
I
I
go
will.
to items.
Yes, that tune.
Yeah,
you
that's
can
where
put
you
any-
can look and
Oh, you-
look at stuff. Yeah.
You can put your like fancy clothes in there if they have them in the items thing, but I can give you one if they don't.
Steve, what is the name
Oh,
of that song?
do we have healing potions?
How much do I pay for these fancy clothes, by the way?
You don't have healing potions, but you can buy some. And for your fancy clothes, since they're not inlaid in gold or anything, it's just gonna be like 10, probably like 5 silver.
Well, I want gold inlay then. If that's only 5 silver.
Yeah? Alright, gold inlay
Yep.
brings it up to 2 gold. You
Perfect.
got some like gold and like trim and shit on it now. Like little filigree.
With stars and moons.
Whatever kind you want. Stars and moons is totally possible.
We got a week. You can literally ask for specific things and have time for them to make it.
Yeah, yeah. It does take them a while to make it, but yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'm ordering it and picking it up later, kind of deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're going to like the tailor. They're taking your sizes and you're like
Oh.
showing you fabrics and stuff.
Okay, and then how much gold did you say? 2 gold?
Yeah, it's 2 gold for a fancy one with like golden like inlay filigree and stuff.
Hey,
Cool.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So there's this item that I found in the compendium, decanter of endless water. Can I buy like a minor version of that where it doesn't necessarily have the combat effects, but it would work for fucking Delnus?
What are
So
the
I'm gonna
combat
tell you
effects
right-
and this water?
Gonna tell you right now that magic things are very expensive.
Okay.
But
Yeah, this one
It-
says
it-
it's 1.3 million gold. I think is what this was trying to say it is.
yeah. I mean, you're right. It does have combat
No,
things and other
135,000, my
stuff
bad.
beyond just making water. But I'm gonna say it'd be like 50 gold to get something, and I think you could get something here that would give you like infinite water.
I mean, you have a thing with you, by the way, that can create infinite water. I do have a spell called Create or Destroy Water, just so you know.
Okay, well then fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, wondrous items,
Oh
magical
yeah.
items. Those things are rare and expensive.
How much are healing potions?
Healing potions, like the lesser healing potions.
All of them.
Oh, let me take a look here. At what sort of
Also, I don't see any of them in the compendium items.
So you have you have potion of healing, potion of greater health, things like that.
Oh, here it is.
Potions of healing, I think are gonna run you like 5 gold apiece.
Okay. Guys, I don't have much money. Does anybody want to grab some healing potions? Like maybe
Keep
just
in
even
mind
one,
that-
just in case.
Keep in mind that every day that you're here costs you 4 silver for the rooms.
Okay.
Cost Loki for
Yeah.
silver.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy shit for you. Fuck you.
Just he bought the first night. That's fine.
I expect to be paid for my protection services.
Oh
So, yeah.
god.
It's gonna be like 2.5 more gold just for the lodgings. And you might as well make it an even 4 gold for all of your drinks every night too.
Or
I don't drink.
do what
3
we did
gold.
before, convince the inn that we'll shout them out in the performance and we get some free lodgings.
Yeah, I'd be willing to see some rolls.
We
for
have a
that.
charismatic
Hell
little
yeah!
man.
Come on, Loki.
Loki, come on, do this for us.
Y'all want to get sponsorship for this show?
All right. Let's play this out, Loki.
Okay.
So you
What do I
want
need
to
to do?
convince the bartender to
Yep.
give you like a special rate because
Okay.
you're gonna shout him out during your performance.
Okay.
That's something you want to do.
Let's do it.
All right.
So
All right.
persuasion.
Yeah. Also, I want to like you just tell him that. Just that
Hell
you're gonna
yeah.
shout him out.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. And I mean, you are gonna shout him out, right? You're not lying, right?
No.
Sure. I'll totally shout out the innkeep that I don't know what the inn's called.
You got a week to get the name. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
I'm sure it's written down somewhere.
I just wanted to see if he had to do deception. That's fine then. Yeah, he'll agree. He'll agree to lower the rates for that. We'll make it an even 4 gold for your lodgings and drinks and all. But yeah, 5 gold for potions of healing. They're pretty pricey, but you know, 2d6 plus 1, I think, hit points of healing. It's pretty good. 2d4 plus 2.
So
hit
wait.
points.
Who's the gold coming from? Is that coming from me?
Somebody who has
Uh,
money.
Yeah, you guys can pull it together.
I'll throw
so
in a
it's 4
gold.
gold or whatever. So 3
Single
gold
and
for me
half a
then.
gold to throw in.
I'll throw in 1 gold. Out of what, 4 for a healing potion? Is that what we're saying?
Oh, it's 5 for a
No,
healing
for
potion.
rooms.
He's just talking about the
Oh,
rent
for
while you guys are here.
rooms. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's gonna include like your rooms and drinks and food and stuff while you're here for the week.
Okay, yeah, I'll throw in.
Getting that
I'll-
package deal.
Yeah, if everybody throws in a gold, we're good, right? Is my math wrong?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I only have the 1 gold.
You're paying for your security.
I'll pay for Foogus, but I say that this is your payment for the week.
Yeah, that works for me.
Foogus is easy going. I mean, that's drinks,
That's room and
lodging,
board.
meals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's room and board.
Yeah,
I'm covered for a week.
it's pretty good.
Now I just gotta rinse it for all it's worth.
All right. So that's 2 gold from you, Loki. 1 from you, Fip, and then does Delnus contribute a gold?
Where is everybody currently right now? I just realized. Are we still upstairs?
Oh,
or-
we're just talking in like theater of the mind, just
Yeah,
narratively.
yeah, sure, I can contribute a gold.
Cool. Yeah, then that's 1 off of your character sheet too. That's your room and board paid for.
That's
So-
all.
Potions of healing, 5 gold apiece. Anyone interested?
I think we need 1 for the party, at least, just in case, like, somebody goes down and we need to be able to get him back up. Fast.
Can I buy it deceptively? So, like, I want to buy it, act like I don't want to buy one, and then buy one, but without the party's knowledge?
You can have your secret stash of healing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your excuse when you go out to get the potion on your own?
I said I need to go
He's
to the
been-
tailor for more measurements of my silk robe.
Also, he's been out fucking getting that
Yeah, you've been
that
doing your
dwarf
own thing
puss the whole
anyway.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's probably easy for you to do this. Nobody's. Why would you do this?
You know,
Who would
we're
do
just
it
happy to have a
instead?
little peace and quiet.
Yeah.
Not
Cool,
have to
cool,
hear
yeah,
that
you
goddamn
can buy
didgeridoo
one.
all the time.
He just
Okay.
keeps practicing. It's
I'll
driving
buy
me
one. He
crazy.
said it's 5, right?
Yeah, 5 gold.
Okay. And then I just need
It's
to
got
add
some
it
of
to
that
my
magic
inventory, I
juice.
guess.
Yeah.
How does the innkeeper
Son of a
like it
bitch.
so much that he allows him to just keep practicing?
If I have to hear the bloody D minor scale one more time,
You guys know that Loki never practices.
yeah, probably true.
Too busy getting.
Yeah, I'm
dwarf
just
plus.
naturally gifted.
Yeah. He's just one of those
Got them
guys who
sorcerers,
just
it's just
gets
in their blood.
lucky. Yeah, he just wanders around. Things just kind of generally work out for him. He'll give you a discount on that javelin quiver.
Okay. The dwarf man in the blacksmithing shop said that you sent me. Got it.
The name's Haldar. You can see it,
Haldar.
and he points to the shop, and there's a sign written in Dwarvish.
Interesting. Okay, that says Heldar. I remember that. Thank you, sir. I cannot read it, but I can memorize that. And I walk off, and I go to find the leather worker, the leveler. Say,
Sure.
Heldar sent me here. He said that you would give me a discount for something called a quiver. I know.
Oh, did he then? Ah, of course. Old Heldar. Right, well, I've got the quivers for you, of course. 5 silver.
Very well. and I give you the
Right.
5 silver.
Do you do any insight check on him to see if he's like
Lying.
being fair with you or anything?
No, I trust everybody at face value. That's my
Sure.
problem. I'm incredibly
Fair enough.
gullible and ignorant. I would
Yeah, I
have no
figured as
idea.
much, but I just wanted to make sure.
Unless
Sure.
someone tells me
He does
otherwise.
that, and then he says, "I don't suppose you'd want to buy some of my other wares, huh?"
What wares do you have?
Oh, I've got everything you can make out of leather. I've got harnesses, I've got saddles, I've got bags, backpacks, boots. Oh, so many boots, armor. He's like just sort of like running around his shop, picking various things up and showing them to you as he says it.
I do not wear shoes in the ocean, for they get in the way of my fins. And I put my foot up on the table, the checkout table, and show him my little web toes. And say,
Oh,
but here
peculiar.
Here on the material plane, I do think I would like some protection for my feet. So yes, I think some boots would be a good idea.
And like while your foot's up there on the table, he pulls out like a measuring stick and pushes it up against your foot.
Mm-hmm.
He says, right, okay. Yeah, it's a odd size, but I've got some shoes like that. And he like sort of like rustles through the back of his pile of boots and finds a pair that are the right size for you, because they're dwarves.
Yes, because they're dwarves.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not because you have weird feet, because they're dwarves and they have smaller feet.
Do kind of have weird feet, though.
Yeah, you
have
do, but yeah.
very weird feet. I'm looking at a picture of my toes right now. Well, I mean the character's toes. They've got black toenails. Alright. I put them on, and if I walk around with them, which I first find very odd, because it's weird having weights on my feet, and I feel like I have to almost walk around with my knees to my chest. Like, this is unusual, shopkeep. How do you get used to something like this?
Well, you know, I guess as a lad I didn't really enjoy it either, but yeah, it's a lot better than walking over the sharp rocks.
This is true, Bob. This is true, shopkeep. Thank you for your help. I would like to purchase these.
Sure, you know, I hate the idea of you going around without any shoes on. You can have them. Just
Really?
maybe send some business my way if you ever need any more leather wares.
I will definitely do that. Thank you. You are kind. And I nod.
Yeah, he bows graciously.
And I thank him very much. And I skip out, almost tripping on the little doorstep as I walk out. Well, I haven't tied the shoelaces, definitely for one thing. Just put them on. Does the guy help me?
Damn, you should have got some Velcro ones.
I don't.
Yeah.
The ones I envision don't have shoelaces. I envision like, you know, old school like riding boots where they're just like a
okay,
like
yeah,
a
that's
tube,
fine.
you know.
Okay, that's fine.
But they can be laced if you want.
No, that's cool. That's fine. I can just walk around with these nice booties.
But yeah, cool. Anyone else got some shopping? Some more shopping anyone needs to do?
I'm good.
You buy some more things?
I'm
Alright,
alright.
cool. So yeah, a week goes by with banging everything with Loki banging everything he can. With the party going off and shopping, Delnus going around and learning what he can about dwarves and dwarven culture.
Did I find my water spot?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's actually like a local well where people refill their water skins and jugs and things like that, and also wash. And
Do you go down the well?
I do.
it's you know, the water is clean and clear. It's not salty. But as you go down deep into it, you know, you see that the base of it's like a bit muddy, and there's like the rocks get more and more covered in like some sort of algae down there.
Interesting. Do fish
Yeah.
eat algae? They do, don't they?
But it just kind of ends there.
Okay. Well, still, I think whilst I'm there, I'm going to take a bit of the algae and start nomming on it.
All right, sure. You give the algae a taste. It's
Just nibble on the
not
walls
very
a little
good.
bit. Nom, nom, nom.
Yum, yum,
Little
yum,
bit of
yum,
algae.
yum, as it floats around. Yum, 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 yum. Yes, I will. Thank you.
It tastes very earthy.
Hmm.
You
Has
feel
nothing-
that connection to home.
I do. I feel almost a little bit better about being so far away from home for a moment. The dark depths of this well.
I like to imagine you've just been lowered down on the bucket and just
Yep. And
then you
like,
just
left.
just nibbling on the walls a little bit. Very
Mm.
tasty.
Or
Yes.
just yeah, it's delicious, man. It's amazing.
We're all just up there, just like, I mean, it's strange, but I mean, she seems to be enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. Just
What
rolling
is-
around in the water like an otter.
What do Fip and Foogus do for the week of downtime?
Probably just amble around a bit. Look at dwarf
Did we
stuff
try to
and be
find
like,
a?
damn, that's weird.
Did we try to
Sorry,
find
what was that?
a? Did we try to find a underground stream for dullness?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Underground stream.
Yeah, you guys could go hunting for an underground stream, and you guys could find one within a week. Yeah.
Nice.
The underground is not as well kept as the rest of the mountain homes. The walls are rough hewn, clear signs of tools where pickaxes have roughly cleaved away chunks of rock, and the floors are relatively smooth, but they're still fairly treacherous if you go into the deeper parts. Dwarves are sturdy folk and short folk, and as you get deeper, the tunnels stop having their high ceilings. But you do find a little offshoot that leads into a cavern, where there's a little underground stream. No fish in it, but there is an underground stream. Yeah. Yeah, and so your week has been pretty good. The dwarves in this area are mostly single-minded about their tasks. They like their work. They need their drink to continue on in their day. And there's many, amazing things to behold in the dwarf mountain homes. Mostly the architecture and just the massive size and scale of it all. But also, let's see here. Hopefully this has worked. Has not worked. So you guys will have to load that up. But yeah, you're shown at one point. Raleigh comes back and lets you know that he's set up meetings and everything, and that he's got everything scheduled. Tells you the performance is in the next day, and decides to give you a tour of the magma core of the mountain home. Let's wait one. Wow. There we go. So everybody's here.
Ooh.
You'll have vision of your tokens.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm gonna pop this open. And yeah, and you're led into this area down deep within the mountains. Go and explore.
Don't think I can move.
Yeah,
It's
something's
so
weird's going
loaded.
on.
I'm not sure it's paused.
I don't.
or-
I have orange arrows
Okay,
all
here we
around
go.
my guy because I think I fucked something up.
I think we're okay now. Oh,
Just press T.
Thank you.
I can't get in this door. There we go.
Ooh, it sure is hot down here.
Oh god,
Yeah.
I can't sweat. I'm not. I'm a fish. I don't sweat.
So yeah, this is a pretty intense place. You see before you this sort of overhanging platform that you're standing on, where lava vents and tunnels sort of pour and churn beneath. There's a variety of crane contraptions lowered down with metal chains, big buckets that hold molten metals that they bring back up to cast. or bring back up to hammer, using the natural heat of the earth instead of having to build a forge that runs off of coal. The mountain home's magma core is well protected and most outsiders aren't allowed in, but because Raleigh vouched for you, you've been allowed to come and observe. There's just a bluster of activity around you as dwarves move carts full of ores, goods, processed metals. Heavy casts are moved around and big pots of molten metal are poured into them. There's a constant creaking of wood and clanking of metal, both from the chains and the hammering of the dwarven anvils. Yeah, just wanted to show it off. If you wanted to, you can explore and ask some questions if you wanted, but otherwise I just figured it would be like a neat vista to take a look at. Give you a flavor of the mountain homes.
Yeah, these crazy dwarfs and they're loving with the metals and stuff. They're just nuts, I swear. Go to all this work and you make metal shit. Pah. You know wood's just as good.
I mean, to be fair, their cranes are made out of wood.
Oh god. Yeah, that's not smart at all.
They're high enough up that it's not burning them.
It's okay.
They have to lower down with chains. It's like quite far. The metal and stuff. And there's like, it's litigious. You have to get like a fucking bill. You have to get like a permit to get like a spot. It's a pain in the ass.
So, it's like fishing, yeah.
It's not exactly
I know
like
something
fishing.
about fishing myself. Let me tell you, if you don't bait the hook right, they get off and then it's just a mess everywhere. You guys got good bait here?
Well, I guess I always get my catch.
Haha, yeah you do. It's rough.
He like
I can't.
back
with
to
this
work and stuff.
fucking. I'm gonna peek in this door.
I want to go peek
so-
indoors.
all the doors are closed off. You're not actually really permitted in most of the areas.
Oh,
I've also
okay.
not done any, but I can tell you what's in them. They're mostly like, you'll see dwarves go in and out, and there are workshops and things like that, and storage facilities with like
Okay.
varieties of parts and crane parts and ropes and chains and molds and all that sort of good stuff. Stacks of metal bars and loads of ore to be processed, things like that.
I'll give you a load to process. All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the area.
Very cool.
If there's nothing more you guys wanted to do here, that's fine.
I
He's just
feel-
sort of showing you around. He's come back and he's just sort of been showing you around the mountain homes.
Oh gosh, is there any dwarf that's on his own near one of the edges of the fire pits?
Oh my god.
No, there's not. I mean, there's dwarves
Yeah,
coming
he
and going all the
does.
time. There's more dwarves than I've depicted here. You know,
Alright.
you would be constantly like brushing shoulders with people, like, and moving out of the way of carts going here and there,
Okay.
bustling with activity.
How far down are these lava pits from the?
I want to say that they're like I want to say they're like 30, 50 feet, something like that.
Okay.
It's far.
Yeah.
You don't want to go down there anyways because of the incredibly hot magma. And it's still magma technically because we're inside of the mountain.
Alright, if there's anybody, is there a dwarf, not necessarily alone, but near the edge?
Sure, there's lots of dwarves near the edge.
Okay, I'll go to the richest looking one that's near the edge, and I'll grab his belt and go, whoa! Oh, sorry, it looked like you were falling, and I'm gonna try to steal his purse.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. Sleight of hand, normal.
Whew. Damn, that's really good.
Sheesh.
He does not notice.
Hell yeah.
He managed to grab his purse. He has 5 gold, 3 silver, and let's say 15 copper in there.
15 silver and 3 copper, is that what you said?
It's 5 gold, 3 silver,
3
and
silver, my bad.
15 copper. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. He leads you around the mountain home, shows you some of the areas, and then he'll show you. Oh God, please work. No, it doesn't immediately load. This preloading is completely bullshit and lies to me.
It lies. Yes.
In a moment, guys will load in. I'll see you in this next scene. In fact, we could probably just skip forward to the day of the play. He shows you around, and he shows you this stage here that you'll see here in a minute. Alrighty, yeah. So he just shows you the stage here, and sort of lets you get sort of familiarized with where you're going to be performing. This area is like a major central crossroads as far as like dwarven infrastructure goes, and it's areas like this that are sort of held for large events because it's guaranteed that busy dwarves will go by and get a chance to look at the spectacle. So you'll have some standing crowd, but a lot of the people around that'll be watching will just be passing through as they go about their work. Still enjoying the show and stuff like that. So you can see it's like a round stage. You have to sort of walk all the way around it to sort of get all the angles for people to see. Yeah, if you guys want to, we could go ahead and skip forward to the play itself.
I am
For the
going to.
performance,
So,
you
what do
guys
these
want
pillars
to-
look like? All these different pillars.
Those pillars go up and then off into arches that hold up the roof. So they like arch over like this and arch over this way.
How
arching
tall
this
are
way,
these
like
arches?
Big tall arches, like 50 feet up, like big.
Are there any like
huge
sconces? I think I see
dome-like
sconces,
ceilings.
right?
There are a few little sconces that hold like torches on the sides, and then there's also some banners that are hanging from them.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to sneakily climb up one banister just to get some height and some view, some visage above, like I'm like this one or something.
Visage.
Sure. Yeah,
I want
it's
to
masonry
perch.
work stone. Yeah, it's masonry work stone, and it's like kind of it's pretty like smooth fitting, so it's hard to get.
Well,
like, a
I
grip,
figured
but you
I'd
have
go up.
claws.
I figured I'd go
Yeah.
up the banner itself, and then try to
Oh,
like
right.
sit up on
Like-
top of the whatever dowel is like spanning the banner.
Yeah, yeah.
top. So yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like a metal rod up there, but yeah.
But I mean, if disadvantage makes sense too. So if yeah.
No, you can climb up it, no problem. My question
Okay.
is more of like how much of a scene it'll make.
Yeah, that's fair. I was gonna try to hide behind it and climb up it, like, without attracting too much
inside?
attention. Yeah, on the inside of
Yeah,
the banner
right.
until I get to the top, and then I'll be able to see out on
I'll
top of the
tell you
perch.
right now, it'll be a difficult check to do this stealth.
Yeah, fuck it.
So
Like,
many people around.
yeah, that's.
But you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try and see how stealthily I can do it.
I'm gonna want like a 20 or higher result.
That's
for,
fair.
For it to work.
What am I looking at here?
You can do
Stealth?
stealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So you get up it fairly like quietly, but like people definitely notice you climbing up it.
Okay, that's fair.
And it's like normally I would say you feel stealthy, but like you see people looking at you.
Yeah. There's people
Oh.
like once I get to the top, I look out and people are like, "What the fuck is it?" I'm like, well, I tried. And I'm gonna just still perch up here.
Sure. Everybody else, what are you guys up to prepare for this play? It's about the performance is about to start, rather.
I'm gonna randomly walk around and just be like, I sure love didgeridoos, don't you? I think they're great. Have you ever heard didgeridoo? I bet you have not. This is gonna be good.
Never have heard didgeridoo. What?
You don't do. That's what you do. No, yeah, don't you?
I think that's funny. Yes.
I just walk up to every dwarf female and call them the wrong name and act like I know them.
They're very confused, and a few of them irate.
I look around, observing everything. I go to this guy over here and ask him what he's selling or what he's doing.
Oh,
a stall thing here.
I sell magic trinkets. Well, runic trinkets. They have little runes carved on them that give them an effect.
Huh. Interesting. Thank you, sir, but I was more interested in snacks, so I'll take my leave.
Of course.
Oh, you made me feel
So
like
sad.
He's an old jeweler guy.
Oh, I can't. I don't have any sympathy. I don't know any better.
I think all the food stands are on the other side. It's like you're looking in all the wrong places. Yeah.
Why did he point me out? The guy's selfish. He didn't fucking point me in the right direction.
It's because you were too busy hurting his feelings.
Oh shit.
He was so excited about having a sale. Like
Nobody wants
family's so
any
hungry,
trinkets
goddamn.
from an old man.
Fuck you. Okay, now I'm coming back. 'Cause I would like
He
to.
has 7
you don't have any
children.
sympathy, you can't! You don't understand what sympathy is, you leave.
Oh my god.
There's no sympathy.
She says.
Yeah, I don't know what else I could do to say. I'm sorry. Actually, I want to go back and be like, hey, what are these trinkets? No, I want to ask. I'm intrigued.
Sure. He'll tell you
upset.
about them. He's got a lantern that is that like glows forever. He says it's always lit up, and it has little like shutters that you can close on it to like block out the light.
How much is this thing?
It's whole gold.
I already can see in the dark. So this is not of much use to me. What else?
And then he has a couple of other little things. They're like pendants with like a gemstone, and then it'll have like a rune carved or etched into the gemstone. And they're each for different things, he says. He has, ones that are for fertility, ones that are for like health, ones that are for like good luck and all of the other.
How much is the fertility one?
And he looks at you and he says, "Oh, I got a certain someone in mind."
Yes, and I point to Loki at the stage.
Oh, he's a little. Well, of course. It'll be just silver, please.
1 silver then?
And it's a pretty okay looking like little pendant. It's got like a nice like rose quartz in the center. It's very big and pure, and then it has like a dwarvic rune on it. He tells you it's the rune that means fertility, but it's sort of you don't really know any better whether it is or not.
I don't know any better. Thank you, shopkeep.
Of course.
I cannot approach Loki now, so I'll give it to him later.
Oh, he's gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's just what he needs.
Yeah, it'd be good for him.
He does seem to like to procreate.
Exactly. That's why I think he'd appreciate this gift, because
He must not be very fertile because he has to keep trying.
He does have to keep trying, and a lot of the time they don't ever seem that happy afterwards. So,
Oh man, yeah.
That was only the one time. I didn't get to roll for each of them.
Yeah. No.
He just
Okay,
gets
you
super
quick roll.
defensive.
You wanna
Hey!
roll 7 more?
You go roll,
Yeah,
roll.
I'll-
That's
roll,
this week
roll.
I'll-
for you.
Alright,
All
how
right,
many?
what am I rolling?
All right.
roll
roll me.
roll
we'll say
30 d6.
one per
No.
day.
Yeah,
30
roll
performances.
7. 7 constitution checks and 7 performances.
Alright, the first one was. The next one was. Same night or the next day?
How many have I done?
Oh, that was
Next
short.
day. So that one's
That's
okay. That's
3.
3. Yeah.
4. 5.
It's really hit and miss.
6. And 7.
All right. Except for one time, you always did average or generally above average in terms of like, you know.
Okay. And I do
it
performance too.
Yeah, give me some performances.
Let's see if he actually had a really good performance any night. Okay.
Woo!
Wow.
That was a good
Okay.
night.
The first night he learned from his mistakes.
Yep.
Second
Did
night,
well.
he
Yep.
didn't-
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. Was up on it again.
He's building a reputation and oh
Not.
well.
Oh dear.
And that was fine. It was fine. It was average. Average.
Not
Yeah,
bad. not bad.
do good. Yeah. Yeah.
One more.
One more.
And
Average.
again.
D-
Okay.
Generally, though, far
Um,
better than the original night.
Let's see which one was number 22. I want to check that. So I want to see which one was like at number. Fuck. I want to see. Ugh, there's too many.
Number
here.
fuck.
That was number 1.
No. I want to find the one that you had like the lowest constitution and what performance you had with that. So,
That would be the 3rd.
Third one along.
third one. 20. That was a
Oh,
good
yeah.
night. It was short but good.
It was
well
quick
done.
but good, yeah.
Well done. Very good. Very good.
Okay.
I'll look at the lowest performance and see if that was like really low. But okay, 10. And the last one was 10 as well. Okay, good. It was average and
I think
wasn't that long.
reputation restored. You know, that we can walk away with.
Mhm.
Alrighty. So yeah, at some point, you know, you guys are setting up before the show starts, and Raleigh comes out on the stage. He comes up next to you. In fact, here, why don't I just do this here? And he comes up next to you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "All right, tonight I have a very, very special performance for all of you. Tonight we have an exotic player from a far-off land, with playing a most interesting instrument. You've never seen the likes of it before. They call it the Instrument of Magic where he comes from because of its incredible potential. His name, Loki Tinkerbottom, Didgeridoo Maestro. Alright,
The didgeridoo list.
he leans in close to you and he says, "Alright, it's your show now, lad." And then walks off, like sort of clapping, getting the crowd to clap along with him. The whole crowd is clapping and everything along.
Woo!
You know, they're so totally
I'm so
stoked.
excited.
This man is above
Okay.
average in performance.
He is an above average lay.
I very somberly stand on top of a stool to reach the top of my didgeridoo.
Very somber. You know, like a
Kind of
pianist
moody.
getting ready. You know,
Kind of
yeah.
moody. It's gonna be a sad boy
Kind of-
performance.
It's gonna be an
It's gonna be
emotional
90s
journey,
emo
so-
shit.
It says, "This goes out to all the women of Mountain Home."
No one knows what it's
And
like
then-
to be the bad man.
Didgeridoo.
Okay, and then so I'm gonna do a performance check, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Get it? You get 3 acts essentially.
Okay.
So yeah. You know, your first act pretty average.
Okay. And then I do
doing
another
all
one.
right. People are sort of like not really sure whether they like it or if you're just bad at performing it or like what's going on. They're not super enthused.
Then I do another one, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. So they, you finish your song and they're all just sort of like, oh, just like sort of like general murmuring, a little bit of clapping. Oh no. Choking under the pressure a little bit.
All right,
starts-
and then
Yeah,
I
final
say
act.
for my final act.
Oh.
Oh man.
No, we're gonna
Wow,
be
we
rolling
bombed
in
this
money.
You
one.
are not getting laid again, Loki.
Can I use my? No wait, I don't know. Does that work?
Your
that
luck?
way?
You have luck, yeah.
Yeah.
You could.
We need this money, goddammit.
Throw some lucky points
Really
out,
do,
yeah.
actually. I'm getting really poor now because I don't know any.
Alright,
Used all your
I'm
good
gonna
performance checks on the ladies.
Yeah, for
I'm
fuck's
gonna
sake,
use
why?
Yep,
I'm gonna
yep.
use my lucky one
Halfling
time to
luck,
re-roll one
yeah.
of those performance checks.
The last
Go for
one,
it.
yeah, the finale.
Yeah, let's take that finale.
And
good.
do I get
Try
to roll
and
that
end
with
on
advantage then, or no?
Just regular, just roll it
Normal.
again.
Yeah,
Hey!
there you go.
Yeah, alright, he has a good finale.
But my dreams, they aren't as empty.
Phip sings from atop his.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna fuck up his performance. Oh my god.
Alright, yeah. So everybody's, at first they were like, oh man, I'm not, not really sure if they're into it and stuff. And then like you do this one, and like as you're playing, you see like people who are like pushing their carts through. They like start slowing down a bit to like, listen a bit longer as you're playing. And like you get like a bunch of people who are sort of like nodding along to like the rhythm, and like yeah, everybody's really into it. When you finish it, there's a huge round of applause. Everyone's pretty happy, and the best part of all is little bits of silver coins and such start getting tossed up onto the stage.
Sorry, that's just me out of character, not.
They start tossing silver coins and little like not coppers but silvers, and once in a while a gold or two is thrown in by somebody who's a bit wealthier. You got like people who like have like their baked goods. They like come up and they're like giving you like some tasty looking loaves of bread and stuff and things like that. Like they're into it. They really like it. And
Sweet.
and you're finishing this all off and everything, and sort of the crowd, they talk to you, they meet and greet, shaking your hand and stuff, and they're starting to disperse and all. And you're looking around, and you haven't seen Raleigh anywhere. You're kind of expecting him to like do the whole like, hey, thank you for your time, the show's over thing, but he's not anywhere to be seen. And as you're looking around, suddenly the world starts to shake.
All right, big finale time. Yeah, woo. Special effects coming in.
The world starts to shake, and people start looking around worried and like not sure what's going on. And people are shouting in Dwarven just all over the place. You see like the guards around the entrances are starting to like push people through and like sort of guiding them through. What do you guys do as people start sort of more and more panicking and running around as the world is shaking?
Do I recognize
Man, they
any of the
sound
dwarfish
excited.
words that are said? Like, for
I can't
example,
remember.
fucking
Did we
oh god.
retcon that you know? Oh,
What is happening?
I can't.
yeah, you definitely
I
get
can't
a few,
believe
get
that.
a few oh gods and
Somebody's fucking you guys. Somebody's fucking the earth.
Yeah. I mean, not much,
I
but
was
you
like-
definitely hear a few expletives that you recognize.
I jump off the stage and grab this dwarf. Do you acrobatics or anything?
And he's like, no, you can grab him easy.
Okay.
And he just like he stops, he like lets you grab him, and he shouts something to you in Dwarvish. Durem.
Just yell at him. What does that mean?
You have to go. It's dangerous.
What?
There's something going on.
Can I get a perception
They're
check
shouting.
from up
The
here?
miners were shouting something about the magma core.
The magma core.
Oh shit, that don't sound good.
Okay, so can I do something dope for a second? Can I
Should I shoot someone with an arrow?
No. Can I
You shoot someone with a
Can I-
crossbow bolt. Let's get it right.
yeah, can I take out a crossbow bolt, stab it at the top of the
Here we
banner, and try to slide down? Like
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Hell yeah.
All right. It
Just-
doesn't look
just-
cool, but you
oh,
do
come
manage
on.
to slide down it.
It just
That
rips.
asshole vandalizing everything.
Look, it was a 15 DC in my mind. So
That's
if
fair,
you're lucky,
that's
I'm
fair,
not
that's
having
fair.
you just fall.
Alright, that's fair.
Flying down it would have been easy enough, which is why I'm giving it to you. So it doesn't work quite like you had hoped, but you do still slide down the banister.
I
would like to
that
climb
was
on
way
the stage,
badass.
Collect all the money I got.
Oh yeah, you can totally
Yeah.
think that
Oh,
was way
hell
badass. Hell yeah.
It's like I'm fucking awesome.
Did you guys see
and then
that?
I just
Fucking awesome.
I'm just like, yo, I don't mean to interrupt, but did you see me? That was dope.
Very nice, very nice. Now pick up this money. Let's go.
I just look. Yeah. I look at Fip and I just say, no one cares. Someone's fucking the magna core.
Oh. Hey, welcome.
What does that mean?
Oh
We need
god.
to fight. We must fight this magma core. Magma core. Why would I even know what that is? No.
Magma core is what you literally saw the day before this when Raleigh showed you that
Welcome
area
in,
with all
Chris.
the
Thanks for
magma.
coming in.
Ah, yes. Okay. Fair enough. Fine. And what do we do? How do we tame this hot beast?
We take the money and run.
Amen. Let's go. Start picking up money
Alright,
too.
okay, grab money,
We pick up
everyone
money.
Get the fuck out of here. We went down. We came
So
from this way.
Here's a big question.
Loki starts
Where do you
going
go?
the other way. Which way did we come in?
You
Down.
came in
South.
through the south.
Yeah, let's go south.
Oh,
Alright,
we should stay
um,
behind.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I needed to do that. There we go. These guys out of the way. Yeah, as you run to the south, the guards like rush you through there, and as they look around and they see there's nobody else like coming this way in the room, it closes up the gates. Like there's these arches have portcullises with like iron bars, and they drop down to close off these gateways. And he says, "Come on, move along. You have to get out here. It's time to take one of the emergency routes." And you're escorted down a tunnel. There's loads of people, dwarven children and adults alike. Some of them trying to carry some of their possessions, others just running for it through these corridors. And you reach what's like sort of what seems to be like the safe room that they're all running towards. And you can see that the walls are extra well vaulted off and everything. But when you get there, the guards there have some sort of argument with the guard that was leading you down the tunnel in Dwarvish. And he turns around and he says, I'm sorry, outsiders, but you're not allowed in. He runs inside and closes the door behind him as hard as he can.
Bastard!
Goddamn pricks.
I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take a look to the side real quick, and be like, you gotta convince them that you're royalty, or that you're royalty or Dwarvish royal line or something like that. You gotta get us in that.
What do you do?
My headphones said I missed like the last 5 seconds. Sorry.
Basically, the doors aren't
they want
allowing
you
us
to-
in, and I'm saying
Yeah.
you should try to convince them we're like that you're like part of a Dwarvish royal line or some bullshit to get us all in.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, you're on the
I
other
guess
side
I
of the
will-
door.
Oh, does my stuff work through doors?
I think they have to.
It says I have
You
to
have to
see
see them?
within range. I have to
Yeah.
see them.
I'm afraid.
Oh,
not.
yeah. Wait,
You
what?
can hear him on the other side of the door, but like, yeah, you can't see him.
Wait, what kind of door is this? Can I
You
lockpick it?
closed the door already. Why did you do that? I want to command them.
Well, I mean, if you, what is command a reaction?
Command is a spell that I can cast.
If it yeah, I know, but is it a reaction, bonus action, or an action to cast it?
It's an action.
Yeah. If it was a reaction, you could do it, but an action would take too long.
Okay, if it's like a door with a lock, I'll try to lockpick it.
Yeah, it's a door with a lock, but you also heard a latch shut, so there is like also like a physical like barricade.
Foogus!
Like, you know, those things where like you put the bar of wood across the door and it has the little parts that hold it on, so that you can't just open
Yeah,
the door.
I'm screaming, Foogus, beat down this door.
I will show you my might as I start shovel or barging the door.
Okay, give me
I will
an
show
athletics
you
check.
my might. I love that.
I kind of want to just
Let-
like fuck their shit up now for this.
Yeah.
13.
You bounce off of the door.
See, my might is mighty.
Can I try? Because I actually.
Yeah, sure.
All right, what do I do? Strength, is it?
Is
It's
there
athletics.
Athletics, okay.
is the door the only way in there? Am I looking around?
Yeah, as far it looked like a dead end when you could still see inside of it.
Mm.
Since I'm so used to swimming underwater. with
24.
such force. Yep, that I can.
24 is
sprint.
pretty strong.
Yeah,
When
man.
you hit the door and you actually managed to do a bit of damage to it. You know, maybe if you got a few more good hits in like this, you might be able to break it open.
I
But
tell
as you
them-
do this, the guys inside start yelling like, "Look, it's not safe. If you break the door, we're all doomed."
Then let us in,
Your
you
only
dumb
chance
fucks!
Then let
You're-
it be.
We ain't gonna die quietly here.
Yes,
Your
let
only
us in.
chance is to try and go out one of the other exits.
Your only chance is to go out one of the exits.
It's your only chance is to let us in, you son of a bitch.
You hear some murmuring, and he says please, outsiders, don't make us do this.
I
Oh,
don't
now
wanna
we're
be an
just
outsider, let me
outsiders,
be an
you son of a bitch.
insider.
And as you're arguing about this, the world shakes violently again, and there's like a lot of screaming.
Oh, looks
from
like you're
inside
running
the
out
room.
of time, motherfuckers!
I'm gonna run. I think at this point I'll be like, they say exit. We should follow them. What they say. Everything everyone tells me is the truth.
Okay. So we start running north.
I'm gonna
I
try
guess.
to. Can I try to convince them with that last
Yeah,
one?
you can go
Looks
ahead.
like when the world shakes and like
Yeah.
you're running out. It looks like you're running out of time, motherfuckers.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a persuasion, I guess.
Okay. Tell you what, it's up to you. I can either do a persuasion, which is +1 for me, right? Or I can do intimidation, which is -1.
Intimidation makes a lot.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Could
yeah.
I have
It
advantage
depends
on
what you meant
intimidation?
it by.
Could I do advantage on intimidation because of the world around me?
No, you don't. You don't get the advantage. Well, you don't get the advantage on it because you're not causing
Okay.
this.
Damn it. Okay.
But you know, it's
my
yeah.
hole.
I mean, they got a pretty strong door, and they're still thinking, you know, they're probably safe back
Well.
there.
Pretty strong door that felt some effects from 24 athletics check.
Mhm.
Yeah, you managed to get past the armor class of it. But yeah,
Alright,
assume
y'all
then
are
we run north.
assholes.
Okay, yeah, I guess we gotta run somewhere else. Like,
Okay, so we run to this door, I
I'm
guess?
just gonna say we
Yeah,
won't
I'm gonna
forget
give you
this.
a bad trip advisor review.
so as you're running back through the tunnel that they led you down originally,
Yeah.
you hear some people shouting up ahead, and there's some torches and lanterns lit, and you see a group of miners, one of them badly burned, and they're in front of you, and they're saying, well, you can't quite tell what they're saying. Yeah, we'll just use these people right here. Let's say these are them. And they're like explaining something to the guard, and they're like pleading with him, and the guard doesn't seem to be agreeing with them about whatever they're arguing about.
What is the
Me-
problem here?
And they say, "Look, we have to get through, and we have to get to the armory. We're going to need some weapons. There's creatures down in the magma forge. They're breaking all of our protections." And the guard saying, like, "These miners are always talking about some creatures or other in the dark. You know, now that it's all shaking because of some sort of earthquake, they're all just riled up. Look, we're all going to go to the emergency spaces. We're all going to go to the emergency exits. Don't worry, there will be people there who can take care of your injured friend."
Okay, is it just him who's doing that, or are there more guards that are doing it? Is it just him?
There's just like one guard right here. There's another one like a little bit further up on this gate, but like he's not here with them.
Rush it!
Okay, yeah. I wanna jump on his neck, and I wanna just try to silence him, and say to my friends, "Get the keys!"
Like, okay.
They're like, "What are you doing?" The miners are like, "What are you doing? He doesn't have the keys."
Who has the keys?
Get the keys! It's not just like ripping off his armor in a bag. I can't find the keys! I can't find the keys! I'm trying!
That's crazy. One of them says "fuck" under his breath in Dwarvish, and then some other things that you assume are expletives, and they just say like, "Look, all right. When you close off this gate, just take him with you. We're gonna go try and clean up the mines."
Wait,
And
I'm
they
confused.
start walking down the hallway on their own.
I wish to follow
Hold on.
you guys to
I'm confused about what's happening.
Yeah,
I thought
we
the-
got very confused.
Yeah,
No, he was just blocking off the armory for weapons.
He's not even blocking the armory. They're just saying, "Hey, we need to get the weapons out of the armory."
And I thought the other guy
And
was
he's
blocking
saying,
him.
"No, this isn't. We're not going to just start breaking out the weapons. This is just an earthquake."
All right.
Oh, wait. I see what's going on.
Okay. So so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do friends on the guard.
Classic.
There you go. Good shit.
And we're gonna convince him to let the miners get the weapons.
All right. Give me a. Tell me what you say to him, and then give me a persuasion at advantage.
I
Or
make up
deception.
that I also saw the creatures as well.
Okay,
in the mines.
deception at advantage.
Okay. So I do a deception.
Yeah, at
Is that what you
advantage.
said? At advantage.
Because of friends. Wow.
Nat 20. Good shit.
All right. Tell
Okay.
me what you tell him about the creatures, because he believes every single thing you say about them.
Tell him we're gonna need every dwarf.
I say they're lava golems,
Oh my
All right.
God.
and they're super big and scary,
Ah.
and they shake the earth when they walk.
Oh, it's terrible. You're right. You're right. We should get the armory opened immediately. Come with me. Hurry. And he starts leading you on to the Dwarven armory.
I gesture to the miners to follow as well.
Does he have the
Oh, the
keys
miners
now that
are
we're
going
past
with
there?
you, yeah.
Does that guard have the guard that we convinced? Does he have the
this
keys?
This isn't the armory. It's just a gate to one of the hallways. They just have
Yep.
like these portcullises. They can shut things down for emergencies.
So these aren't key
Like,
based.
block.
they're like crank based.
The
Is that
guard,
right?
yeah, a guard on the other side would have to like raise
Got
it.
it. Okay. Got it.
essentially.
Got it.
Okay, so now we're in here. Now
So, yeah.
we're going to the
Yeah,
armory.
now
We're
we
following this guard to the
inside.
armory.
We're going theater of the mind for a minute. So he leads you down some corridors to the armory. Like there's a couple of other miners there as well already, like arguing with the guards outside of the armory, saying that they need the weapons and that there's monsters. And this guard shows up with the others, and when he starts telling them about the horrible massive golems and everything, the other guards are like, they sort of look at each other and they're like, well, I mean, they can't all be lying, can they? And sort of concede and decide to open up the armory. So you're welcome to take a weapon, borrow. They emphasize a weapon.
What kind of weapons are in there?
They have pretty much every kind of weapon you could imagine, but the nicest looking ones are, of course, the maces, warhammers, and axes. But they are all Dwarven Mastercraft things, which would have a +1 to like their attack roll and stuff if you use them. They're really good.
Can I get a dwarf hatchet of some type?
Yeah, you can get yourself a Dwarf Hand Axe.
Okay.
I'll get that added to your character sheet.
Studded leather armor.
Ooh, yes, but it's dwarf size. You would probably fit dwarf size armor.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see here. So,
I can do that. I can get that set
yeah,
up for
you can
myself.
get yourself the +1 studded armor.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
There you go. Hand axe +1. Equipped. All right, and for you, Polly, would you be taking one? And Foogus?
A mushroom.
One of the Mastercraft Dwarven weapons from the armory.
Fuck yes.
Do they have a mace?
Do
They
have like
do.
a javelin?
I will take a mace.
They have a really pretty looking javelin of some sort.
Do have a really pretty
I would
javelin.
also assume the studded armor would not fit me.
I don't
No, you are way too big.
Yes, that makes sense.
What are you talking about? You could wear it like a halter top. It'd be fun.
Alter
I
top.
will-
I feel like
So-
it no longer gives you the armor class.
I take it I can't also grab 2 +1 hand crossbows.
No, they're only gonna let you take one thing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, I'll take the leather armor then. Yeah, for sure.
I gotta have enough to go around. There's your javelin +1. And did I get you your thing? Yeah, mace +1. Cool. All right, you guys got your gear. Miners pick up a few different things, and they start to get.
How
a
many
group
miners
together.
are with us?
It's about 5 of them.
Okay.
A bushel of mines.
I hope none of them are children.
And then I just shout. I just shout and say, "Let's go take care of these motherfuckers."
Sure. And you guys rush down back to the magma core. And when you're there, it seems relatively normal. Switch back here real quick.
I before a
So-
mantle.
Once we
core,
start to
lava core.
once we start to head where we think monsters are, I'm gonna start stealthing.
No problem. You guys come out here, and you see things are relatively the same, but people are just sort of concernedly looking over at the lava flow, which has risen considerably. It's now like a lot higher at a level than it used to be, and it's a lot hotter inside of here than it used to be. The miners and the guards sort of discuss things, and they say, "All right, so here's the situation." You get there and you find sort of the guy in charge. A guy in charge of the mining operations and the magma vents. And he says, "All right, here's the problem. We've got these vents and we have special runes every so often that control the temperature and flow of all of the magma. They've worked for hundreds of years until now. So we're assuming that the quake may have broken one of them. So we need you to go down into the back tunnels to check on all of these to make sure that there's not any that are broken. Easy enough. Find out if there's one broken, come back up to us, and we'll send a magician down to repair the runes. Hopefully before the magma flow raises too much. Alright. And so he starts saying, like, going to break you all into groups to go down into the different tunnels. And he, like, starts divvying dwarves up and then sees your ragtag group sort of standing there. And he goes, right, and how about you, random fellow? What are you doing here?
We're here to take care of the problem.
I want to
I-
slay a magma core.
Right, well, I like your attitude. Sure, okay. You can take tunnel
Slay.
number 5. It's back this way.
A magma core.
You understand what to do, right? You just go down there, check on the runes, and then come back and let us know if there's any that are broken, right?
Gotcha.
Alright, no
If
problem.
it's ruined, it is broken. I understand.
I like how you guys' legs don't work. Fuck you.
Which tunnel are we going to?
He said number 5, and I will transition you to the scene. I have a question for you out of character, though. Do we cut it here with the suspenseful moment of going into the volcanic tunnels, or do you guys want to run a little bit late?
I'm good to... Oh, okay.
Is everyone good to run late? Because it's only cool if it's unanimous.
I'm
If
fine
you're not,
with
it's
it.
fine.
I thought it'd be
I would
fun to do suspense, but I don't care either way.
We'll leave it on the suspense. Let's do the suspense. I think that's best for everyone. So we'll leave it here until next time. The thrilling conclusion. What could they find when they go down into the magma vents? How many children has Loki already aired in the Dwarven town? And what kind of weird fucked up babies would a halfling and a dwarf make anyways?
Oh
Tune
my
in next
God.
time for all that and more. In the World of Ebb.
Dude, that was gorgeous outro. I'm cutting the stream
Thank
right
you.
there. Goodbye, guys. I can't do better than that.
See y'all.
See ya.